Please keep your eyes closed. As you sit down here, please find within yourself. Ask yourself, are you self-reliant, happy, comfortable with yourself? Or you depend on something or somebody for being the happiness yourself? Please understand, the dependence for your being alive at the level of the body shall never go away. Body depends upon air, fire, water, earth, and that is provided without any restrictions whatsoever. Breathing is not a job. We don't have to do it. It happens. Air is available. So also heat, temperature. The space accommodating us is such a natural arrangement. The body depends on air, water, fire. If you don't call it a dependence, it's available freely, plenty of it. Same way, as even in the grossest, the subtlest level, happiness yourself, you being who you are, is independent of everything, total freedom. Between the two comes your artificial, made up, cultivated, conditioned, and therefore habitual dependence, all from the standpoint of the individuality, the I. It varies from person to person, and it varies in one person from moods to moods, from one condition of the body to another condition of the body. Dependence is another name of individuality. When you are free and you depend, there is no sign of individuality. But if you depend for your happiness, you cannot escape the individuality. If in your life there is any dependence, that is where comes unconscious assertion of the individuality, the I thought. As you sit down, observe for yourself right away, here and now. Are you free? Or there is a sense of dependence? see it from all dimensions. Speak the language of happiness. If it is dependent, if you are dependent on an object for your happiness, you shall never be happy in life. When you see yourself as happiness, you can never be unhappy in life. You cannot escape happiness at all times. If you are looking for happiness somewhere, in something or somebody, you cannot escape misery, unhappiness in life. To look for happiness somewhere begins with a conclusion that you are unhappy at this moment with yourself. Now change that language of happiness to meditation. If your meditation is dependent upon a sight, a sound, your breathing, your visualization, a sensation in some part of the body, the spine or the head or the anywhere, you shall never escape agitation in life. When you see you are dhyana sarupa, meditation itself, you cannot escape the peace, the bliss, the restfulness of immortal kind. Ask yourself the question, do you want to be happiness itself or look for happiness? Do you want to be meditation itself or look for little objects of meditation, moments of meditation once in a while? Now change that language to God. If you see God in a particular form and very exclusive, your life shall be spent in defending the divinity. The divinity shall never protect you, cannot protect you. Stuck in one place because you have imprisoned the divinity to one name, one form, absolutely exclusive. You see that divinity in yourself, ahamatma, sarvabhuta sastite. You cannot escape seeing yourself, seeing God in everything. Or if you see the God in a form which represents everything, all inclusive, that shall help you to lose your sense of identity, your individuality in totality, your body in the lap of God. And therefore you can't escape being yourself. Choose any language you like. Be happy, be the meditation, be the God. You have no choice in that. All other alternatives are full of sorrow, pain, misery, conflict. Just see for yourself. As you sit down, ask yourself the question, want to be the happiness itself, the source of the word I, or you want to jump into the stream of thought, especially I thought, and be continuously craving, seeking, looking, begging for little favor of happiness somewhere in something or somebody. And to be the meditation itself, or want an initiation to hold on to an object of meditation, a sound for meditation, a thought, a picture of any kind, a thing or a person. Ask yourself, and to see the God, be that God in yourself, or you want to confine God to a name and a form, instead of all names, all forms, which includes your body, your mind. That's why only in case of God you can never say, I am God. God is here. God can say, I am God. You can say, I am happiness, I am meditation, I am immortal absolute, Nirguna Parabrahma. But never ever say that word, I am God. He alone is, she alone is. You see God in all forms, your forms included, your I individuality melts away in absolute. Then who you are, Ahamatma, as Krishna says, Sarvabhutas, I am the self in all the beings. And look from the standpoint of the body. Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim. No beginning, no middle, no end, O Lord. All pervasive. Therefore, comfortable with all forms of Ishvara, all names. There is no exclusive name or a form. Therefore, no sense of division. Yet you enjoy the division, the diversity, infinite names and forms. Is Sarvarupa, Sarvanama, all forms, all names, yet Arupa, Anama, formless, nameless. Just see for yourself. Your morning, the moment your body wakes up, your mind is awake, first thing you must do is to see yourself, be yourself. Know who you are, then see where you are, and continue the travel. Life, a beautiful journey, in infinite expanse. We have given a finite chance. Never spoil the chance, use it. See that for yourself. Aham Atma Ajo Nitya Saswatoyam Purana. I'm the self, the unborn, eternal, absolute. The thought is born, changes, passes. Body is born, changes, passes. Sensations, initiated, born, changes, pass. Perceptions of things and people begin, end. Who you are, the awareness. Beginningless, endless. In and through all perceptions, sensations, thoughts of all kinds. Stunnande divaistavaihi Vedeshangapadakramopanisadaihi Indiyam samaga Dhyānāvastita tadgyatena manasa Vishyantiyam yoginaha Yasyantam na vidussura suragana Devaya tasmai namaha. See it for yourself, please. As you go through this 12th chapter, at the end of this Vishwarupa Darshan, the devotion must be absolutely complete. And that devotion, bhakti, is not different from jnana or dhyana. And that is what you must see. The biggest barrier in understanding this is the type of conditionings you have been given from childhood onwards, confining God to a particular something, or self-reliance means relying on something like education, job, money, etc. What a fantastic delusion. Sit down and see for yourself. Because those things are so ingrained, the truth shall come as a passing phase, and the falsehood remains absolutely set inside. Instead of the truth shaking the falsehood out, the falsehood smiles at the truth, almost like a passing thing. It's the arrogance of the individual, laughs at the truth absolute. So settled, understand. It is just like a colonizer, aggressor, occupying somebody's land, somebody's country, somebody's house, and pretending to be the masters, when in fact they are the occupants, and the real occupant is helpless. Ignorance, individuality has completely taken over. The truth, the absolute, is voiceless. Doesn't care, but voiceless. The living has become a problem. Understand? It is time to look at yourself. Your body has no problem. Your body is beautiful, lovely instrument. And if the instrument goes crazy, it's again you are responsible, the individuality, not the body or the creation. Understand? So see it very clearly. There have been so many ideas, not only about giving about God, but given about yourself as to who are you. My son, you are my son, you are my daughter, you are my friend, you are my husband, you are my wife. These four relationships especially, very tight. You are somebody's son, somebody's daughter. The next one is somebody's husband, somebody's wife. Then you become a father or a mother. These four things. Sri Shankara so beautifully in Mohamudgara, that Bhajagovindam. That name, you know, Bhajagovindam, another name is Mohamudgara. Mudgara means a mace, which pulverizes the delusion. Mohamudgara. So the verses clearly challenges, kaste kate kanta, kaste putra. This is the only identity he has challenged. It doesn't say whose servant you are, what job you have got. Kate kanta, kaste putra. Whose wife you are, whose husband you are, whose son you are, whose daughter you are, whose father you are, whose mother you are. These little four human relationship. I love my son, I love my daughter, I love my husband, I love my wife. I love my father, I love my mother. The whole human personality around it. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Yesterday my father, today it is me and my wife, tomorrow it is my son and the daughter. Timeless. See this. Delusion is so powerful. So many identities given, but these little identities are the strongest. Everything moves around it. My money is required for what? My son, my daughter, my husband, my wife. That is why your children can be drug addicts, rascals, rogues, but I want to leave behind my infinity, my everything for them. Your parents can be whatever it is, your husband can be a rogue, your wife can be somebody stupid. But then what do you do? Obsession. Thousands of poverty-stricken children, hundreds of suffering people, makes no difference. Me, my wife. Me, my husband. Me, my child, my friend. Right. Just like that, me, my God. I'll do for the God. God is, as I told you, very homeless. Poor things, crying for a 45 crore rupee kiridam. Recently somebody gave it to Tirupati temple. Nothing wrong. Give it to whomsoever you like. But human beings also don't ignore. So when you are holding on to God, it's not that you are giving it to Him. If you say gratitude, how much I benefited, therefore, if I have not benefited, of course I won't give. So whom am I giving? To Him or myself? If I don't express my gratitude, that guilt will be so loading, such a burden, that I got everything, did not give anything. Understand, please. Strong conditioning. So many ideas about your own identity. So many notions about your so-called happiness from the objects. And education, where you are organized, please, it is an organized programming. Systematically conditioned, programmed to believe that depending on a job is self-reliance. What is empowering women? To give them the right to persecute the in-laws' family. How many cases? But the woman is persecuted and now the husband's, the family destroyed. Doesn't mean all women are like that or all families are like that. Just see. Empowering means what? Helping the person to see the base, the source of power. Think please, this morning one devastating thought. I was destroyed and I'm going to share with you. I couldn't believe. You must see this. Oh, it is such a laddu, It's such a beautiful, I am just going crazy inside. I must share it with you. And how simple and sweet it is. If you don't understand, I have got a stone now. Okay? I'll crush on your head. I will never do that, don't worry. You have to cross your own brain. Why should I cross? Because if you don't cross, you suffer. Why should I worry? Selfish fellow. You know that? Think of it. As children, please think. As children, so sweet it is. As children, we are given everything. Do you have a choice? Think, friends. As children, we are given everything. Take this dress. Take this food. Okay? You are given everything. No. Then you become a crying baby. What is a crying baby? I don't want the yellow dress, I want the red one. But then say, no. No choices. Take it. Okay. But you take it. You cry, but you take it. Crying baby. How long you like to be like that? How long you want to be given? 35, 45, 50, 60 also? No. Listen. What do you everybody want? And you also your own parents do for you. When you are 15, 16, 17, and you have a little choice of your own, what is the best gift? A. Don't give him anything. Give him money. Let him choose his dress. Why? Because everything we choose, he says, long, short, this color, that color. What is the problem? You take the money. Are you getting that point? Sign of growth. Because the parents accept that you have now grown up. But since you have got your personal likes and dislikes, which is natural when you are grow up, so they just give you the money. Baby, you take it, you purchase what you like. This is 10,000 rupees for you. Whether you want to spend on your dress, you want to spend on your iPod, you want to spend on your camera, you want to spend on your nonsense, you don't want to spend, you put it on the bank. This is Diwali gift, 10,000 rupees for the baby. How do you feel? Why? Are you getting that point, please? Now, change it. As you are growing up in life, think, as you are growing up in life, you are getting little happiness from little sound, little taste, no choices. Listen to the music, touch something, taste something, smell something. But listen carefully, as even everything that you are getting in life really comes from the money. Money purchases it. Money purchases everything that you are giving to your child. So at one time you give the money to the child. Now little bit of happiness that we are getting from a sound, taste, touch, smell, in every moment yourself the eye is reflected. The grown-up means give him the happiness itself, thereafter let him choose which object he wants. You want to clap? Clap. Are you getting that point, please? Grown up. I was destroyed. This is not a laddu, then what else is a laddu? The sweetest chocolate. Make the person happy. And who is the stupid parent? Controlling the money. Even 50-year-old fellow, 70-year-old fellow also must be controlled. Because if I hand over the money, I will be neglected. Are you getting that, please? Who doesn't give away the money? Why the rich people play with money? Because they want to control. If you want to control everybody, you shall have the full, I can give everything, but not the control of money. Because once I hand over the control of the money, nobody will be interested in me. As long as the money control is with me, everybody has to come, sir, we have to do, yes. Now the money is gone, Hurry, nobody is looking at me. Are you getting that point, please? So, the person who promise happiness but never give it, because first thing they don't know it. At least if father has money, doesn't give. The gurus don't have the happiness to give it. Because if they're really happy, they cannot keep it away from somebody. Because it is not mine to give. And think of it. We are running after some imaginary happiness from an imaginary guru. At least my father has money. If I go on coaxing one day, little bit, something he will give. But this person gives me happiness as what? Hold your nose, stand on your tail. Look at this one, look at a fire, blue light, green light. Are you feeling sensation in your stomach? Now what are you doing? Or some extraordinary sight. I was sitting on the mountain and the whole mountain fell on me, right? But I remain unscathed. But people who are following me, they died. True. Some type of madness. Think, please. If the parents are matured, what do? Why should I take decision for the baby? He's a 2-year-old, I was taking his decision. 5-year-old, I was taking his decision. Not when the fellow is 25-year-old. Give him his share, let him do what he wants to do. Grown up. You recognize the other person's growth. When you do not give? When you are not sure of the child's growth. Are you getting that? When you are not sure of the child's growth, will you give it? A gunu comes in, takes away nice toys from the room. Say, suppose you don't give it to him any precious thing, all of you. Because child doesn't know. He takes. He will play for 2 minutes. Then somebody else takes and goes. He forgets. The child doesn't still remember that this is his, that the child must bring it back. The child doesn't remember. So the parents don't give precious things to children. Why? Not that they don't want to give. But at this moment the child cannot handle. Are you getting that point, please? When you see the maturity, you hand over. Understand? Because how long they want to decide for them, the child? Let the children decide. Why? Nobody can live somebody else's life. Can your father live your life? Can your mother live your life? Then how come you think your guru lives your life or your God gives your life? You live your life. So the best parents will hand over the money. You take it. Do whatever you like. This is your share. You do whatever you want. Then you no more have to cry for this or that. So previously I thought happiness is sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight. Then I get angry, no, I don't want to hear that, I don't want to touch that, I don't want to see that, I want to taste that, I want only this, and this, only this. You thought that was your happiness. Now they give you the real capital. Happiness is yourself. Then, which one you want? Don't ask me, you go. No, choice is yours. Which one you want to do? Go. Listen carefully. Suppose I am happy with myself. I want to listen to the music. Fantastic. But if you say, listen carefully, you listen to the music, no problem. But if you say, I want the musician, then problem. Because musician has no time. Because musician maybe has his own needs. Are you getting that? His music, oh, you can, how much music you should listen? Put 200 cassettes. From the day he was singing like a donkey also to the master, everything you can have because you are obsessed with that nonsense, that musician. So put all the music and listen. But if you say, no, I want a musician, oh boy, that will be difficult. Why? He is dying. He has his personal needs. He is not only a musician, he also looks for sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. Are you getting that? A person with other needs. You want musician to be here, musician stomach upset, he has to go to hospital. What do? You want the musician has organized a tour to Gomukh. What do? Or he has decided, no more singing. My last song is over. Now what do? Then you want to touch something? No problem. Something? No problem. Somebody? Problem. You want to touch something? See, while coming to the class, so these two beautiful rose plants, and they are just blooming. I smell everyone and I came. Now suppose I say, come here, how this fellow is, what type of shampoo he has used, and therefore I smell it. Now how will you say, yes, what has happened to Swami today? This thing, what will happen? Oh, everybody, this fellow is a rogue. Huh? Going near that boy or the girl. Oh. Now what will you say? Idiot. Why? With a rose, will not say anything. A rose doesn't go away, has no program of his own. But the other person, you want to touch? You have to beg. To see God as it is, no problem. Vishwarupa, oh, God will go on begging, no. Understand? And whom you want to touch, suppose that person wants to smell something else or see something. Are you getting the complication? You want to see something. You want to see the sunrise, you woke up late. Sun has already gone up. Sun doesn't wait. That fellow has decided to see me rising, so wait. The sun is already gone up. Then what is it? Oh, the sun has gone up. Sun has gone up or you came late. Always the blame is on others. Everybody is to be blamed except me. I am the flawless, Mr. Flawless. What a headache. You understand? I want to eat this. Yeah, you can eat, no problem. Or cook. You can eat the food. What food you want? I want to eat. I like this food. Eat it. But I want to eat the cook. That is not allowed. You can eat the food. But the cook, the cook doesn't want to be eaten. What do? oh, the perfume. Perfume. The perfume is beautiful. Yes, but that person who is making the scent, oh, he is so nice. Don't. Perfume you can have. How many bottles? 2 million bottles? No problem. 2 million bottles you can have. No problem. The perfume maker, don't try. Understand. And also please understand, clearly appreciate. As long as you are depending on any one of these, you shall be miserable. If you see happiness there, understand that the reflection of yourself, just like why they gave me happiness? These are all introductory classes. Why they gave me happiness? Because at that moment I went back to myself. So my happiness from the object was not because there is an object, but it brought to take it back to myself. When it takes it back to myself, I'm happy. So the teaching helps you to, just like your father gives you your money, you do what you like. The teaching gives you yourself. After that, you decide which thing you should go. But your decision shall be complete as long as it's inanimate sense object. Your decision shall not be respected by another human being. Because as much you have the need, the other person also may have his own needs. You want to listen, why people fight? Husband and wife, why do they fight? You want to listen music, the other person says, no, I don't like that one, I want the other one. These divorce cases, you should see that. Peculiar. Can you have a air conditioning which makes one side cold and other side hot? But if the husband and wife have to sleep in the same bed, the wife doesn't like the AC, the husband likes it. Or husband doesn't like it, wife likes it. What happens? Then separate bedroom. What do? You like that music? Like that music. I like one holiday, she likes another holiday. You like one thing, she likes other things. Beautiful life. Why? With the other person. Is another person. And you can't say, why are you like that? Hey, what do you mean, why are you like that? Why don't you ask yourself, why are you like that? Why that other person should adjust to you? Why can't you adjust to the other person? Think. What you are demanding from another person, that this person should adjust to me, succumb to my wishes, then why don't you be the one succumb to other person's wishes? Whatever it is, try it, you'll go crazy in one day. You cannot. That is why expecting other people to succumb to your wishes is slavery, absolute nonsense. Be free, independent, happy with yourself. Understand? When it comes to another person, problems will begin. If the person is problem-free, let's say another's like another object, no individuality, nothing, another object, taken, dropped. Can you behave like that? It's like being an instrument, each person. You are happy with yourself, understand? Also, same thing in relation to God. We'll see now, Ishvara. And please see what happens. So, as been about the happiness, about myself, wrong notions are given. About God's also wrong notions are given. So what happens? Now we are replaced. We don't know what this God is, but as a childhood we have been given, this is the God. Listen carefully, this is the God. For a religious person, a particular name or a particular form is God's form. Observe, it will be very beautiful again, another thought. Secular man, when you go through the secular studies, go through school, college, university, of course, self-reliant means not to depend on God. Are you getting? Self-reliant means also not to depend on God. That is why most secular people are not believers in God, because self-reliant, no. What shall he say? If I want to do mathematics text, shall I study or Ganesha will write? Oh, I will write. Then why are you worshipping Ganesha? True. So logically perfect. It's a solid logic. Am I going to drive the car or Ganesha is going to drive the car? Or I am trying to go to drive the car. Then why should I worship Ganesha before driving the car? Now what do you do? Like other, that logic we shall see later on. I have told you what is yatnam, prayatnam, kalam, daivam is a different thing. That's maturity standpoint. But for the beginners, that is why more children, more youngsters are like that today. Why? That is not thing. I don't believe in God. You don't believe in God, or you have replaced that little concept with another concept. See how it is. Your money is your God. Listen carefully. Today we shall see that. This is devotion. Your money is your God. Your gold is your God. Your friend is your God. Whatever things you hold on to for your happiness or security, that is your God. And please see, you do elaborate puja, upasana on that thing. You are doing it. Archanam, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vandanam, Padasevanam, Atmanivedanam. What is devotion? Listening to God, listening to God, listening about God. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Hari, whatever is your faith, you believe it. Now what do you see? Whatever you like, you should be talking only about those things all the time. Money, money, money is the discussion. Then Kirtanam, sing the glory of money. Now without money nothing can be done. Money can bring you everything. Whatever you want to go around the world, you want to do things, you don't do that, money can bring. So this type of orientation goes on. Kirtanam, then worship him, worship the money. Where? Keep him the best place, safest place. In the Reserve Bank of India, in your house also safe, or in a bank, in the locker, everything it must be kept. Why? Nobody should reach it. Why? Anybody touches your God, sacrilege. If anybody touches your money, also sacrilege. Understand? Atmanivedanam, you give yourself up completely to the money. Without money, my life is incomplete. So let me die, but money should be protected. Understand? People die. They don't use that money for their own curing of disease. They die. Why? My son, my daughter. And those blocks will finish it in 1 second. What? You live behind a house. They have their own house. So what do? Sell it. And then what do? Whatever they like. In 1 minute, your life's income is finished in 1 minute. Think of it. And also, jealous God. Isn't it? My money, you don't look at it. You should not look at it. My money, my wealth, my house. And the money is protecting you, or you are protecting the money? You have to protect the money for the money to protect you. Arjane dukkham, rakshane dukkham, nashe dukkham. In Sanskrit, arjana means earning the money is a pain, difficult. Rakshane dukkham, protecting also difficult. Nashe dukkham, when it goes also difficult. To earn it, difficulty. To protect it, difficulty. Goes also difficulty. In case of self-knowledge, self-awareness, arjane sukham, rakshane sukham. Why? That doesn't need protection. Nase, just forget it. There is no nasha, there is no end of it at all. Sukham, sukham, sukham. Or you see the God as it is. Arjane sukham, rakshana, nasa, it doesn't exist. Ultimate. But whereas you have replaced that God with something else. Therefore, again problem begins. Now, same principle. Look at it. Look at it. I told you about the happiness, no? Did you get that? Like money, happiness, you got that example. Of course you got that example. If You don't like as a child little things that your money gives you. Now you are given the money itself, you purchase your thing. Beautiful principle. Grown up. Previously I think this gives happiness, that gives happiness, that gives, I don't want. Okay, be happy, yes, then you choose anything you like. Grown up. You start with, this is God, that is God, that is God. Then end up with, everything is God. Then you decide which form to worship as God. Are you getting that? All the three dimensions? All the three? So clear? Everybody was purchasing for me the clothes and other things. I said, no, I don't want it. All right, take your money. So you are now happy because I have my money. I can go for what I want. Excellent. Now, previously I was crying, this is your happiness, that is your happiness. I said, no, that is not my happiness. I don't want to do that way. All right, be happy. Yes, then you choose which one to have, not to have. Choice is yours. Why should somebody tell you, he did not give me or gave me? No. Choice is yours. Be happy. Then you choose. Which object? You choose. Same way, God. Previously they were telling me, this is the God. This is the God. Because that is how I have to start with. But after I grow up, I don't like that God. Are you getting that? When you are grown up, just like you don't like that yellow cloth, yellow color, you want your own color. All right, take the money and choose your color. Grown up, no. So give the God, what? All pervasive. All names, all forms. See what it is. Then, which form you like to see him? Stone, take it. Monkey, all right. Man, fine. Woman, excellent. Gold, anything which is divine. You see the beauty? A grown-up, matured culture. When parents are grown up, conscious, they don't keep the control in their hand. Earliest they can give it to the child, more relieved they are. Which parents are relieved? When they give the control to the children, take it, you live your life. Which teacher is the happiest person? He is the happiness in himself. But the moment he hands over the same knowledge to others, and no more the student comes and says, what am I to do? Shall I climb the wall? Or shall I meditate? Or shall I eat vegetarian food? Huh? Shall I shall I take tea or coffee? Now what do you say? It's a pain. Why? Like 50-year-old, 40-year-old going to the father and says, which lollipop, Papa, you should purchase? The 40-year-old goes to the parents and says, Papa, which lollipop I should purchase? Father will be so happy. Papa, my baby is really grown up. I'm happy with myself. What shall I do? Don't ask me. You do. Absolute freedom. God everywhere. Which form shall I worship? You choose. Your being itself is being one with God. Totality. Oof. You understand? That is devotion. Read. That is, you cannot escape being a devotee. Are you getting it? You can escape. If you want to escape, want to? You cannot. Please see. No, very difficult. Read. Mayyeva mana adhatsva Mayi buddhim niveshaya Nivasishyasi mayyeva Ata urdhvam na sansayah Atha chittam samadhatum Na shaknoshi mayi sthiram Abhyasa yogena tataha Mami chaptum dhananjaya Abhyasepya samarthosi Matkarma paramo bhava Madartham api karmani Kuruvan siddhim avapsyasi Abhyasepya samarthosi Matkarma paramo bhava Madarthamapi karmani Kuruvan siddhim avapsyasi. Everybody hates a controlling parent. Everybody hates a controlling authority. Why parent? Everybody hates a controlling parent, controlling authority, controlling person. Are you getting that? Everybody. Suppose you, now wherever you as a person going, as you are going, somebody says, hey, where are you going? And I am going to gate. Why? Sit down in your room. First day you can listen. Then you get down from your room, you are going towards the, walking in the kitchen. Where are you going? Kitchen. Why should you go to kitchen? Now how do you feel? Absolutely glorious, right? Why are you looking at that fellow? Oh. Why are you looking at the tree? Now how do you feel? Then you will say, why are you looking? You understand? This is controlling. Are you getting that? Controlling. Do you understand what it means to be controlled? Whatever you do is wrong. Then you close your eyes. Why? What happened to you? Why are you closing your eyes? Understand? You do it is wrong, you don't do it is wrong. How do you like? Are you getting that point? Now please see how a child can control you. Parents think parents are controlling, but the children are so stubborn, they control, they drive you crazy. The children say, the parents say, put on this dress. No, I don't want to put on this dress. I told you to put on this dress, I am not putting on this dress. Now what do you do? They control you now. Why? I want only that dress. Now you thought you are controlling your child and child is controlling you. Are you getting that point, please? Just think. And if you say, you give a slap, the fellow will make a big noise. So what do? You suffer the child's stubbornness and stupidity because the fool will not understand. So what do? Okay, suffer it. So controller gets controlled. How nice it is. Think. And the controller will not like to be controlled. At the earliest point, he will destroy, hit it. Because just out of sheer sympathy, the person is tolerating. After some time, he will kick it out. Because as even the child, when he grows up, he doesn't like. You must, if I live in my house, come at 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm going from your house, I'll come when I like. Children are growing up, no? 14 or 15-year-old, if you tell them, no, you will live in my house, come at 10 o'clock back. Okay, I don't live in your house, I'm going to hostel. Now what do? Are you getting that point? Control. Listen, control. Nobody likes to be controlled. So earlier your parents give away the key to the treasury, you are happy. Why? Now I can do what I want to do. Right? Do you want a key to the treasury of happiness? Or you want, blessings from the Guru and the God? Once in a while. Touch me here, touch me there. Give me this, give me that. These are the control freaks. Controlling people. How? Not only by their so-called teaching, but also by practices. If you do and do it this way only, and which I can teach, nobody else can teach, what a headache. So many schools of meditation, so many schools of thought, so many schools of practices. Why? Our practice. You should be sitting in a hot room and do the asana. Somebody says you should be underground. In a volcanic crater you should sit down. Then ancient vibration. Volcanic crater. And where the meteor has hit, that has special energy. So go there and lie down. Very good. So what happens? And the worst part of it is, those freaks controlling is different thing. The people like to be controlled, that is another tragedy. The people like to be controlled. Even if you don't want to control them, they want to be controlled. How do you like them? Ishvara. Understand? Look at creation. Suppose every step you take, God is standing in front of you to be thanked. How will you like it? This thanksgiving. Every time you go, are you getting that? Every breathing, you must thank God. Why? Air. Capacity to breathe. Understand? To breathe, what should you do? It's going on. So thank God for the air, for the breathing. Every moment you have to thank. Can you manage your life? Everything you do, you have to thank. Lift your hand, raise your hand, talk to, walk, breathe, look, see. Everything you have to thank. What will happen? You'll be so tired of thanking Him, He said, let me die. Because every time I have to do something, I have to thank, means my whole life is finished only thanking. Where is my time for living? That is why God is not visible anywhere. As such, the whole universe is just existing. Beautiful. You use it. Intelligence is given. So the parents who want to control, they will not give the key to somebody. At least they have, they don't give, is a different thing. You somehow suffer and you grow up and the parents one day give you. But suppose you go to a teacher who promises, you controls every way, promises happiness, but it is a permanent promise, only after death. Anybody interested? Only after death. Or always in future. Never you are the happiness. Always in future. You know how many people are destroyed? Understand? This is nothing about control. You must grow up in life. How do I grow up? Your whole attitude changes. How do I live? Bhagavan says, Mayyeva manadhatsu. Hey Arjuna, may your mind always revel in me. Naturally. Why? If everything is totality, if you think in terms of totality, Ishvara, the whole creation, this body is a part of totality. The thought that comes to my head is a suggestion, like prasadam, coming from the temple. I accept it with humility. Situations comes in life, I accept it. If I do it, do. I don't, I don't. Every thought is a suggestion. This is prasada buddhi. Mana adatsva. Mai buddhim niveshay. Buddhi, individual, ahankar. Buddhi stands for the individuality, ahankar. That I must totally surrender. Surrender means what? It's not a helpless thing. In appreciating the totality, that's why Vishwarupa first. Appreciating the totality, surrender. Or else you simply surrender, give up now. How? As I told you, this, especially today's generation, cannot handle it. Why? Because self-reliant. Self-reliant means I must depend on myself. So the question will be, understand the vague question. The question will be, if I have to understand, if I have to rely on myself, then by giving up myself, how can I be reliant? Are you getting that? If I give up myself, how can I be reliant? Because I should be self-reliant. So give up my individuality. Giving up, how can I enjoy? Renounce, this is renounce. By giving up, enjoy. Tena tyaktena bunjita. Giving up, enjoy. Two fellows were walking. Two sadhus, they were walking down. One was renunciate, complete renunciate. He has nothing, just a piece of little cloth. Nothing else in the hand, simply walking. Other fellow, he is also a sadhu, but he has got a bag. And he has inside the bag also little biscuit, little money, little things, modern type, which is very keeping. So, both are walking. Then they are discussing philosophy also. So, one fellow says, I completely surrender to God, I give up everything, I renounce. He said, be practical, man. You can renounce. But then when you're hungry, what do? He said, whatever comes. Okay. Both of them are walking. Then, they have to cross the river. It is evening now. Other side of the river is civilization, the village, the city. This side of the village, there is nothing. This side of the river, there is nothing. So now they have to wait for the boatman to come and take. And the boatman, now the boatman demands 5 rupees from each. And this man has no pocket. Only kopi, na? And he has no money. Nothing, because he renunciated. Now the other person looks at, he says, what should he do? The other man says, what should he do? Let's stay here. Tomorrow we shall see, whatever, suppose somebody comes and gives us something, we'll go. What are you going to do the other side, what you are not going to do here? Let's stay here. He said, no, this side is not very comfortable, in a sense. Animals may be there, accommodation is not there, there will be a problem, let's go to that side. Anyway, I have money. So 10 rupees, he spends for 5 rupees, give it to them, and they go to the other side. And after they reach the other side, now he starts giving the upadesh. The person who gave the money now starts giving him the spiritual discourse. See, you thought renunciation will solve the problem. You have nothing. How did you come here? He said, you will never understand. The renunciate talks to that fellow. You will never understand. Okay, you had money. Yes. Renunciation brought us here, or keeping the money brought us here? You would have kept the money in your bag. Will you come this side? So what brought you here? The renunciation or keeping? Understand, attitude. Life is, what is yours? Give up. That idea. And especially sadhu, don't be possessive, my money. Oh, your money. You printed. Another trouble is, especially if an organization sadhu, that's a difficulty comes. Organization sadhu, what happened? The person who builds it, before me, my guru's guru, like that. The person around whom everything is built, everything comes. The next generation thinks money is coming from my guru. Big mistake. The teacher doesn't print money. Remember this. Teacher gets it from the people. You have to deal nicely with people. So when a visitor comes, somebody is coming to the place, so you behave as though you don't need them. Then what will happen? You shall completely throttle, choke that flow. Why? Because each person comes, feels unwanted and goes away. After some time, nothing is there. Understand? You have to be extremely careful. No. It's not the teacher giving, Ishvara. And through somebody, every person respected. Then life moves. Or else unconsciously you develop that. Are you getting that point, please? Very, very conscious. Because what happens when you are part of the organization, you become very rich. Average person is not that rich. Average person is not that rich. Understand? Average person has one cycle. You have got 3 cars for the organization. You have got 5 million, 20 million properties everywhere. You are part of the organization, very rich. Most religious people become so arrogant because they are part of a well-heeled bank balance organization. Schools, colleges, institutions, everything everywhere. So such a person, in slowly, all those religious people will be so arrogant, you cannot deal with them. Organized religion, that is the bane, B capital, A capital, N capital, E capital. It's a curse. Because God is forgotten, bank balance is depended upon. People are forgotten. Even people are not needed. Why? Enough of security already there. Bank balance built up. Corpus fund built up. There are 100 crores waiting. So we don't need anybody. You can come, you can go. Get lost. Your whole purpose is lost. Please remember this. You can, luxuriate in the lap of God, but be the humblest of the soul. Happiness with yourself, but behave like a baby. Why? Everything is okay. Don't say, I don't need you. You get lost. I'm happy with myself. Yeah. Of course you are happy with yourself. You cannot depend on anything or anybody. Why? That is not dependable. But you see it in yourself all the time. Buddhi nivesha, understand, ahanga. Okay, so now when he says that, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayi eva, naturally you shall come to me because you can't escape. Ata urdhvam, you cannot escape this. You shall come to me because you are always a part of me. Atha, now a person says, very difficult. If you can understand, your attitude is the best. At the level of the thought you catch it, you have no problem. But most people are not that conscious. They can't catch at the level of the thought. Why? Habit, perception, sensation has taken over your life. What you listen to people, listen. What you listen to people hurts you more. Listen. You are always busy listening to people. How many people listen to their mind? Come on. Do you listen to people or listen to mind? Why people cannot keep quiet? Because they don't want to listen to their mind. They want to listen to people. That is why, yap, continuous, non-stop. They can't listen to themselves. If you don't listen to yourself, how are you going to catch your thought? If you don't listen to somebody, how do you know what he is talking? Same principle. If you don't listen to yourself, how will you catch your thought? So if you can catch at the level of the thought, your problem is solved there itself. Somebody says, God, very difficult. Ata chittam samadhatum mai chittam samasthiram samadhatum na saknosi chet. If you cannot put your mind onto me, at thought level you cannot catch, abhyasa yoga yuktena mami chaptum dhananjay. Abhyasa yogena mam aptum ichha. may you desire to get me by Abhyasa Yoga. What is Abhyasa Yoga? Chet, ekasmin alambane sarvata samarutya puna puna sthapanam abhyasa. In one, what is that abhyasa? In you try to see everything in me again and again. You give it a particular form. Take an alambana. You know. Now you are convinced I am everywhere, God is everywhere. But it's difficult to perceive it. Okay, just like you see the globe, and in the globe you go on seeing the whole earth, abhyasa. You take a mantra, a name in which you see all the names, a form in which you see all the forms. Which one? Don't ask. That is abhyasa yoga. That is why japam, meditation. Any abhyas, abhyasa yogena, listen carefully. Can you do that? Take any name and see all names in that. Take any form, see all forms in that. Like you go from India, you came to India traveling, and you pick up one stone from Ganges bank. Then you tell everybody, Himalaya. When I see this stone, I remember India. You pick up a little thing from anywhere, lunar rock, like that, little bit. So, anything you pick up, Ishvara. Abhyasa yogena. This is upasana. What is the upasana? Remember clearly. I have told you, Nikrushta vastuni utkrishta vastu aropa. You have got a stone in front of you, but you see the all-pervasive God in that. You have got any form in it, but you don't confine God to that form. But that form expands to all-pervasiveness. Are you getting that? Instead of confining God to a form, through the form you see the all-pervasive. Instead of confining India to a flag, in the flag you see the whole country. Difficult? Are you getting that point? Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, do the Abhyasa Yoga. Somebody says, Mudiyade. Why? Lazy. Alasyamu. You know? Lazy, lethargy. That if you cannot think, do you know why you cannot think? Listen. Do you know why you cannot think? Ask yourself the question. The things that you like, can you stop thinking about it? Huh? You like sweet. Can you stop thinking about it? You like a boy or a girl? Huh? You like a man or woman? You like maybe a car or a painting or a crystal or a diamond? Something. Stop thinking about it. Very difficult. So if you cannot think about it, what does it mean? You don't like it. That is why to do the puja, aradhana, meditation, you must learn to like it. If you don't like it, who can force it? And if you like it, effortless. Why the thoughts of your so-called habits are effortless? Does anybody remind you coffee time? Does anybody remind you of tea time? Rather, you remind everybody, already 9 o'clock, no tea. 4 o'clock, no coffee. Hey, why, what happened? When you are stuck, you understand? When you are stuck, you don't need reminders because you like it. So if you can't think of God, what does it mean? You don't like it. If you can't think of yourself, what does it mean? You don't like yourself. Huh? If you like yourself, is it a problem? You like somebody. What an idiot. You understand the point. You like somebody, you like the cow. I want my cow. I'm going to create a bedroom where the cow also will be near my bed. Oh, meow. I love my cow. How do you like it? Just think. If the cow doesn't like you, you have to drag that one. Right? Suppose you like a person and the person doesn't like you, what happens? He feels dragged. She feels dragged. Suppose you like somebody. Hey, can you come at 2 o'clock? Can you come at 10 o'clock? 9:50 the person will be there. Suppose the person doesn't like it. 10 o'clock, no. 10:02 also. 10:05. Suppose you have to come. What will you do? 10:05, 10:10. And half an hour late you come. Sorry, big traffic jam. No traffic, nothing. You started late. Which you don't like it. But suppose you like it. 10 o'clock. Why 10 o'clock? 9 o'clock onwards I have nothing to do. Oh, I see. If you like yourself, which time you should meditate? If you like yourself, which time you should meditate? Any fixed time? Brahman is very powerful, morning 3 o'clock. You miss that hour, finished. After that, traffic jam. Do you like yourself? Ask the question. Do you like God? Yes. What time we should think of it? Ishvara. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu sarvarupena sanstita. Mamma. You understand? In all places, all times, all conditions. Sarvam Shivamayam. Vishnu. Call it anything you like. You are with yourself, you are with God. Therefore, what is the time? Any time. Abhyasa, if you cannot do it, what does it mean? You really don't like it. If I have a habit, you like idli sambar. Somebody has told tomorrow morning there will be idli sambar. Tonight onwards you are dreaming. And before even bell rings, you are hanging around. Why? I have come to serve. You have not gone there to serve. You want to enjoy the fragrance of the idli sambar before anybody else comes also. Looking at it, oh, darshane ardhavajja bhojanam. Even looking at it is half food. Darshane ardhavojana. By looking at it is half eating. Like the girl or boy you like. By looking at them, ardhavojanam, half eating. Oh, very good. Suppose you don't like that boy or girl, anywhere you go, she or he is around. How do you like it? The fellow has nothing to do, always hanging around. If you like the person, you understand? You understand the nonsense. It is just like a foodstuff. Think. Understand? Do you like God? Do you like yourself? Abhyasa, you shall do that. Abhyasepi asamarthosi, very, very difficult. Can't catch at the level of the thought, nor can I hold it on a particular form. All right. Abhyasepi asamarthosi. Asamartha means not samartha. In case you are not capable of seeing God in a particular form or seeing yourself in and through everything, okay, take God only in that particular form and see that form everywhere. In case you are not capable, mat karma paramo bhava. You cannot escape acting in life, no? Whatever action you do, let it be for my sake. You can't catch at the level of the thought. You can't sit down to contemplate. All right, action can you escape? Nobody can escape action. So whatever action you do, mat karma paramo bhava. It is all given to me, mat karma. Whatever action, before you act, before you see something, hear something, remember God. Touch something, taste something, smell something, anything you do, oh God. That because of the totality, samasti, my body is capable of walking. That I see the blessing of the totality, Ishvara. Or you take that in a particular form, is all the blessing of these. Krishna, Rama, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. Whatever you like it. For some time you are seeing the totality in one form and you are giving everything to that form. Okay, it is God to him. For his sake I am doing. Mat karma karum paramo bhava. Whatever you do. Very difficult to be conscious all the time. While acting to be conscious, very difficult. Some people are like that. Not many people are like that, because if you can be conscious at the level of thought, excellent. Cannot, at least abhyasa, cannot. That also good. Cannot, okay, are you acting? Yes, that time at least remember me, that I am not the actor. Do you breathe, or breathing takes place? Suppose somebody asks you, hey, can you go for a movie? No. Why? Busy. Why? Breathing. Like yesterday the boy was telling, that circulation. Can you say, why don't you come with me for a walk? No, blood circulation, I am doing my blood circulation. If you start doing it, you are sick. Can you say, what are you doing? Kidney, what is that say? Dialysis. When you cannot, your body cannot do by itself, that time it becomes an action. You go to kidney dialysis, 4 hours stuck on that table. Why? That you have to do. What a headache. You are in an oxygen tent with a mask. How nice. Understand? Then only you know how great blessing this life is. And the whole blessing, we are totally wasting it away on what? Laddu is not there. He looked at me like that. She told me I am stupid. Does it matter? Who cares? Think for it. You don't do anything. It happens. Same way, action takes place, thought takes place. Now you consciously act. But there are certain actions which you have to do. Seeing is normal, but seeing what is your decision. Read that. If you open your eyes, can you say I open my eyes and don't see? Seeing, immediate. But seeing something is your decision. So when can you catch at the level of your thought what you see? Cannot. At least while seeing, okay, I have to see it, God's grace. Doesn't matter. I have to do this. Mat karma paramo bhava. Madartham karmani kuruvan siddhim apsasi. Doing everything dedicated to me, you shall siddhim apsasi. Why? When you do everything for the sake of God, then you don't attribute the doership to yourself. When you don't attribute the doership to yourself, individuality melting away. When you think you are doing, individuality is strengthened. When you see action is done through you, right? Like coffee, I have to take coffee, then you feel bad. Why should I take coffee? God, so terrible. Please, God, it's all for your sake. You consciously doing it becomes a prayer. A conscious action becomes a prayer. All that you have seen in the second, third chapter of the Karma Yoga becomes a prayer. Individuality is now cannot assert itself because you are doing it more as a prayer than for satisfying yourself. Oh, that is very difficult. Athedadasaktosi kartum madyogamasrita sarva karma phalatyagam tatah kuretatmavan. We'll see in the afternoon, don't worry. Okay, just read that verse, we shall see that. So do that. If you cannot do it, at least you say, while karma doing, I cannot remember, oh God. All right, at least karma phala when he comes, accept. While doing, I did not remember. But the result will come inevitably. When the result comes, will you take it? That is the ultimate. After that, what? Because only when the result comes, if you react, the problem comes in life. Most people are not conscious of the thought, not conscious of the action, but they heavily react to the result of action. At the thought level, they don't know what is going on. At the action level, they forget. They just don't know what is going on. When the consequences are coming, after you forgot your thought, you started acting nonsense, and when the other person is retaliating, Then only say, "Oh, I don't know what to do." Accept the result at least. Tell yourself, stupid, you deserve it. If somebody is retaliating, you deserve it. Instead of telling, why that fellow is retaliating? Hey, ask you, why did you react? Why did you act like that? Why are you unconscious from your thought level? You know how many responsibilities you have shrugged before you get into the mess of reaction? If you can catch at the level of the thought, nobody even will know what you are thinking. If you can catch at the level of your action, nobody shall even know with what motive you are acting. At the thought level you are unconscious, action level you are unconscious. When the result is coming, suddenly you are conscious. Either taking the credit for something which you did not do, or taking discredit for something which you did not do. Both were unconscious. So suppose the result is bad, crying, "Oh God, please fix the mess." So you create the mess, God must fix it, right? Conscious. And by chance that time comes also, Bhagavan says, "All right, even it's a mess, give the mess to me." "Okay, God, thanks. I am so stupid, I did it. All right, I accept it." So that your reaction level slows down. Why is it such a blessing? Because your reaction level slows down. Your reaction. You are not reacting anymore. Ignorant person will heavily react. If you are a person who is a devotee, now are aware of this principle, you are not reacting. When you are not reacting, the result of the action will have no impact on you. Why? Not reacting means what? Individuality is kept suspended. Are you getting the principle? When you are not reacting, what does it mean? The individuality is kept suspended. Because presence of individuality means inevitable reaction. When you are not reacting, you are unconsciously suspending the individuality for some time. Then you see, "Oh, how blissful, my God. Had I reacted, I would have gone through hell. I did not react. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Being with myself." That is how we begin. Read. "Athe tadapya saktosi kartum madyogamasritah sarva karma phala tyagam tatah kuru yatatmavan." So, Atha, if you cannot remember me at the level of the, before you initiate an action, at least sarva karma phala tatah sarva karma phala tyagam kuru. Sarva karma phala tyagam kuru. At least whatever action you have done, when the consequences are coming up, take it as it is. Thank God. That is why you don't blame others for your action. Don't blame others for your thought. Don't blame anybody. You are the supreme architect. Understand? Until you act on your thought, nobody even knows what you are thinking. Ashwa is such a blessing that nobody can see our thought. Imagine our thoughts are seen. Can you walk? Can you walk if your thoughts are seen? That is why religion means what? If the guru is a thought police, a religious organization is a thought police, controlling your thoughts also, it's like communism. Fanatics. Fanaticism means what? Control, thought control. This is how you should think. Conditioning means what? This is how you should think. This is the line. When you understand yourself, you choose. Control means what? This dress, this dress, this dress. Freedom is take money. Which dress? You choose. Control is this is happiness, this is happiness, this is happiness, this is unhappiness, this is unhappiness, this is unhappiness. Freedom is be happy. Which one you like? Choose. Control is, this is the only God, this is the only God, there is no other God. Freedom is, God is everywhere. Which form you like, you take it. You don't know how to do with so much of freedom, you know that? If you really enjoy it, you don't know Ishvara. What to do with so much of freedom? God, people, people will be afraid. Nobody can know it because you're so free, nobody can tie you down. That is the story. Krishna, no? Nobody can tie him down. Any number of rope you put, the rope is never ending, finishing. You put him somewhere? No. He cannot be tied until he chooses to be tied. You know the stories, no? About Krishna's all problem. Nobody ties him down until he chooses to be tied down. And when he chooses to be tied down, he's always free, no? Like your children, your child says, Papa, yes, donkey. So you are on 4. Are you a donkey? Or you feel great? Being like a donkey, your baby is hitting you also. You are going left, right also. And sometimes you are tired also, as though enjoying. But your wife calls you a donkey. How do you feel? Divorce. As a daughter, the child riding you as a donkey, no problem. But the wife says you are a donkey, or the husband says you are a donkey. I can't live with this man anymore. You understand the freedom, sir? Amazing. So, can you escape being a devotee? You cannot escape. Can you think? Are you thinking? Yes. Thought level catch. Cannot. Okay, take a symbol. Cannot. You can't escape action in life. Yes. Whatever you do, remember. Difficult. Result? Can you say result also is not there? Then bury. Dig a hole, go in. You don't deserve to be on the surface of the earth. Or go jump into an animal kingdom. Put on some, tie yourself rope around your neck and get tied in and put some grass in front of the fellow. It's a cow. Or dog or monkey or something. Even monkeys also we have not right to even tie them down and do that. Why? The whole world is free. Close your eyes. We'll see more of it.